The MG Show. What real independent journalism looks like.
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show. Welcome to Friday, the first Friday of the new year for us, Shady Grove. Happy New Year. Let's go. This is Friday. We've got a big show coming up. We've got the second hour of Rumble Premium. We are going to delve into and continue our Bloodlines. Follow the Bloodlines. Not very many patriots in the movement did what Q asked us to do, and that was follow the Bloodlines. And boy, I tell you, it opened up a lot of decodes for us as well, hidden in plain sight. Did you know that the Bloodlines book is on the CIA website? And, you know, just to give you another one, too, Shady, just let me get in here and welcome you before I talk a little further on this, but you're going to want to see hour number 2. Get Rumble Premium now.
Thank you so much. Yes, a little bit of a shameless promo, because what we're here to do is we're here to continue the Rumble Premium series with MG Show, whereas the second hour on every Friday, we're digging deeper. We're letting go of the everyday news cycle and all of the awesome stuff that Donald Trump is doing just for a minute each week to dig into the history and why we're here and exactly what it is we're doing. And how did we get to the point where the American president needed to stand up and actually get elected and actually stand up to a global elite that has taken the chains and binded us to a system that your forefathers did not agree with, and the central banking corrupt system is being taken apart, and it's part of what we're here to report on. It's part of why I think, Jeff, that all the little operators out there, the people, the minions of the New World Order, you know, like the InfoWars and the Stratfor and all these people that had to build psyops against you, well, they're losing right now because Donald Trump is beating them.
That's right. All right, so let me go up to the top here real quick and just put in the number. It'll be easier for me to look. But I wanted to just show you guys something that, you know, because we were censored on every freaking platform there was, Shady, and it was on purpose, okay?
Yes.
So I want to read my birthday post real quick, and this is regarding the bloodlines of the Illuminati and the Matrix reference, okay? This is my birthday, February 12th, guys. Coming up. Oh, my God, Shady.
You want to tell them how old you're going to be?
No, I don't.
Okay, I didn't think you did.
All right. So controlling the crops, Anon writes, controls the people. Sheep might be reaching, but throwing it out there. Coincidence? The Matrix movie grew people as a crop, used for energy and controlled their mind. Sound familiar? Wonder where they derived that idea from. Now comes the conspiracy label. The deeper we go, the more unrealistic it all becomes. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Now, hidden in plain sight, Shady, right here. This is on the CIA.gov library website, okay? And keeping in mind the post that you just read, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I deal with facts, not theory, okay? This is now comes the conspiracy label, okay? You see that there? And then you see this right here. It says, the light of truth in this book will be too bright for some who will want to return to the safe comfort of their darkness. The deeper we go, the more unrealistic it all becomes. The end won't be for everyone. It's kind of interesting, guys, like how this is the first page, second and third paragraph. The truth, on the other hand, doesn't always tickle the ear and warm the ego of its listeners. Okay? So that choice to know will be yours. The end won't be for everyone. The deeper we go, the more unrealistic. Now comes the conspiracy label, okay? Bottom to top. Wonder where I got that idea from. Look at this, guys. This is basically the Q post on my birthday. So that's why we followed the bloodlines. And when we mentioned the name Pesur, which is in the Merovingian bloodline, okay, that's when the attacks all started to occur on this show and this person right here, Jeffrey Peterson.
You know, Jeff, and the attacks, it wasn't just an attack. I'd like to make this clear because we have to characterize things and articulate what was going on.
They were afraid.
It was a detraction or a distraction or a misdirection, effectively, to other topics that were not important to you or weren't important to the message that was coming through, which is still very important to you to understand why it is. It doesn't matter. Remember, it does not matter what you believe. It matters what they believe, and it matters in which ritualistic nature that they act toward humanity. That's simply what we're calling out. That's the thing that you're not allowed to say, okay? And whenever that post where Q said the choice to know will be yours, what that means is to know the truth. The choice is yours, to understand what's really going on, because the reality is 80% of people in this country do not want to think. And I think a number of you have already went into this, but 80% of the people out there, they don't want to think. They have been conditioned by society for their mind to think that thinking is a chore, and they get exhausted before they even start to think whenever you're telling them something complicated to process within their own minds. You decided different. The people that are here, the people that are listening to our voices here today on this show, decided a long time ago that you wanted to know the truth. That's the rabbit trail that we've been on. We're not in some rabbit hole. We are on a rabbit trail where we are finding truth. We are sharing it together, and we are showing you what is and isn't a provable fact. And reading this book, which is going to be what the project is going to be for the next few months here, is going to open up all of your minds to what it is we've been talking about here for the last 7 years. You're going to see the architecture of everything that we've said come together, and recognize that the Pesor stuff that we did last year with the premium plays right into each one and every one of these families, and each one of these families plays a role. And we're going to start that process today on Rumble Premium.
And because Fritz Springmeier said, if you want more information about the bloodlines, go check out Alex Christopher's book called Pandora's Box, guys.
Correct. That's correct.
So we got another one, okay? Mine is actually autographed by Fritz Springmeier, which is kind of cool.
And who?
Alex Jones. Don't do it. Don't do it, Alex.
Don't you talk about it, Alex.
Don't do it, Alex.
Stay out of here, Alex.
I'm giving
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm out of control. I apologize for that.
Okay.
All right. And don't eat neighbors.
Yes. Ever.
Okay?
I don't like them putting chemicals.
That's the wrong one.
He's getting mad at me. Alex,
I'll eat
I'm
your
sorry.
ass.
Oh, my God. Let's follow that guy for truth. Okay.
I think I'm going to go do that, sir. Good day.
Yeah. All right, guys. So what happened was back 2007, Fritz Springmeier joined Alex Jones. I think Alex Jones, Pentrax Publishing is what Fritz Springmeier had. He was broke because he was in jail, all right, off some charges. You can guys go into that and look at all that stuff if you'd like. But, interesting that, he's put in jail for this book probably because when you talk about the Bloodlines, they don't really like it. So I think Alex actually helped him sell the book and maybe fund it as well. But this book is awesome. Tampa Kiter, $17 on the gold tether, tipped via the Rumble wallet. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's cool.
This Rumble wallet thing, guys, is Shady made a great point, and I'm understanding it so much better. Okay.
Right.
If you guys say, I don't understand crypto, well, you know what? You can buy crypto yourself on the Rumble wallet. It makes tethering to your monies to gold easier, the US dollar, obviously, and Bitcoin. You can do it all on the Rumble wallet. And if you want, you can tip this show. And 100% of that donation goes to this show. We have agreed to Rumble rants that we love them. Don't stop them, but if you want, get that Rumble wallet and tip the show through the Rumble wallet, guys. And we would really appreciate that. Tampa Kiter, thank you for your direct message on Facebook. You came through. I appreciate that.
That's cool.
And, wow, thank you. Because every little wood shaving makes a wood pile. And when you have money in there, like let's say you bought crypto through the Rumble wallet, it'll grow. It'll grow or it might not grow. It depends on the market. But wow, it really makes it.
And you're buying gold.
Yeah,
you're buying into the market. That coin moves with the price of gold, guys. It's amazing what the technology. It's like. I feel like that all of these arcane people like Alex Jones and the Cold War era network have been just making us afraid of technology so that America would die on the vine, man. Look at what China's been able to do. Look at what Vietnam has been able to do. Look at what the Philippines. If you go to these countries, you would not recognize, you would be like astonished. There's drones flying around. The streets are clean. It's amazing what's going on in these different places. I think that they were trying to make us afraid of the future so that America would die on the vine and the Chinese overlords would step in and easily take us over.
That's right. Pretty interesting, man. I'm telling you.
Excited about it.
It is exciting. Do you want to tether your money to the gold market and the gold price, I should say, or do you want to tether your money to Bitcoin? You have those options right here. There's also the tethering your the US dollar tether as well.
I was going to mention that. Yes, you can also put money into your Rumble wallet. Let's say if you put $500 or $100 in your Rumble wallet into the dollar coin that's there. What did you call it again? I'm sorry.
It's called USD Tether. Dollar Tether.
USD Tether. So if you were to put your money in there, it's not going to move around. It's going to stay the value of your dollar. So you can actually go and buy some stuff, or you could actually divest on the app from a Bitcoin or from a gold tether back into real dollars if you've made a little bit. And then all of a sudden it's becoming kind of like an actual wallet. Like it's cool. I mean, I'm pretty encouraged by this whole thing.
Yeah, me too. And thank you very much, Tampa Kiter. Also, thank you to Midnight's Watch. We played your song yesterday. I don't know if you were in here, but God bless you. 5 subscriptions. Thank you. Rev Rob, just an FYI, tomorrow, 110 is my beautiful wife, Charlotte's birthday. So here's to you guys for her birthday. Wow. Oh, man. Give her big hugs. And
we're supposed to be giving her a gift.
Give her big hugs from the MG show, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. And, you're not getting older. You're getting longer. Right, Shady?
Oh, that's what they say. That's I keep hearing that.
Ducks, thank you so much. We got that subscription as well. Rumble.com/MG show is the home base. We're also on YouTube. YouTube.com/In the Matrix with 3 X's. X.com/In the Matrix or Shady Groove, 3 X's for Matrix and 3 O's for Groove. And we really appreciate all of the support from you guys because we couldn't do this without you guys.
We love you.
Mm-hmm. So thank you guys. Rumble wallet guys. We've got full disclosure. We've got $44 in our Rumble wallet.
Nice.
And we've got $17 of dollars. We've got $23.23 of gold tether, AU tether, right? Okay. And then we've got $4.97 of Bitcoin.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's neat, guys. This app is neat. Get your phone, Android or Apple. Go to the Apple or Android store, get the Rumble wallet, and just play around with it. See if you guys like it. And follow your favorite show, the MG Show, Shady.
By far.
Yeah.
By a lot.
By a lot. So we've got a lot to kind of cover out really quick. You know, it's Friday, Shady Groove, right? It's Friday.
It is. It is.
So
the first Friday of the new year, 26.
Yeah. You know, and it's really interesting that we got this happening right here. This is 4 days ago on 1/4/2026, Shady. 5 days ago. 5 days ago.
I'm starting to notice a pattern.
Yeah. Patriots in control. We did a whole thing on this, right? Patriots in control when we're never giving up our fight to put America first. 4 days later, trust the plan. Trust Trump. What? 35 posts say trust the plan, guys. You just can't make it up. So the Department of Labor hiring people. So then it's very interesting. I want to just show you something here as well. Dan Scavino just made a post today, this morning, Shady.
Yes.
Let me get to it because I want to read it word for word. It's that good, Shady.
It is that good because I think that it's talking to some people that we may all here know well.
And this is about jobs. And we're talking about the Department of Labor. Interesting. All right. When applying for a job, you believe you should be handed to you, and you end up not getting it due to poor vetting report or background check. Remember, you have nobody to blame but yourself for years of total stupidity. Don't blame the hardworking people who broke the news to you. Wow. I wonder who that could be. I'm not going to say any words.
I wonder. I'm just going to wonder with you.
Just wonder.
That's what I'm doing.
And then a lot of people missed this. It was January 7th at Joint Staff. Look who that is, Shady Grove.
Oh, the real 3-star. 4-star now.
Yep. So the People's General.
There
it is. All right.
Facts.
Wow. Let
me tell you something. I'll tell you something right now, and it's going to be clear as day. There isn't a ghost chance in hell that McChrystal or Flynn could have been head of operations of what we just saw happen in Venezuela. There's no way. There's no way that those two idiots, either one of them, could have pulled off what just happened down there. I know we're not going to be able to get to the video today, but I watched the video that was put out yesterday about the 88 minutes to get Maduro. I think it was about a 7-minute video or 8 minutes. But man, Jeff, let me tell you something. The precision, the coordination, the operations, you know how we got him? We went on shore. Every single flying vessel that went on shore was at below the hard deck of 100 feet. 100 feet. They could not ascend above 100 feet off the water, guys. We sailed in there right up on the mountain on these absolute terrorist narco nut jobs and bombed them as we went in, landed right on his base, walked right into place, eliminated the Cuban army, walked right in there, grabbed him, got out, back on the plane, over water in less than an hour and a half.
I want to welcome Rumble Pie. I found you guys in 2020 on Zach Radio. I'm not sure what that is, but too cool. And here you are. Thank you, Rumble Pie. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy. The idiots that. So then you have General McChrystal showing up yesterday at a place that were transgender people were complaining, and he's like all taken up for it.
Let's be specific. It was transgender people that have been thrown out of the military under Pete Hegseth's command because we don't have time for not worried and figuring out whether or not you have a penis or not. We're throwing you out. So McChrystal was having a fundraiser for these people to give some virtue signaling sympathy and probably reinvigorate his coffers. He's running low on cash.
Yeah.
Not a joke.
He looks like General Flynn, dude.
Their family.
When Colonel Fram asked me if I would be here today and participate, it was an honor, but it was a big ask. You're asking a soldier.
All right, so he's just making silly, but this is serving with pride, guys. And who else enabled the DEI policy, Shady? I don't know.
Trans. Flynn. They're all trans. Like, there would be no trans in the military if it wasn't for McChrystal and Flynn. They started this whole thing. It's just interesting how their little Ivan Ranklins and other operators end up aligning and agreeing with the with every single thing to do with Antifa.
Yeah. And I wonder why he didn't thank, like, we shouldn't be here. So basically he said something like, I shouldn't have been thanked for being here. First off, we shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be happening. Why didn't he say that during his Rolling Stone interview?
That's a good question.
Why didn't General McChrystal, again, right here, there he is, General McChrystal, okay? General,
actually.
General Flynn and General McChrystal right there. Wow, there they are. Wow. Operation Michael Hastings. What happened to him? We'll hunt you down and kill you if we don't like what you write. He said, see, we'll hunt you down and kill you.
It's a little bit like what Roger Stone, that's almost exactly what Roger Stone said to the guy that was filming A Storm Foretold, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I'm sure real quick, just so you know, I'm sure Thermite, look at all that. I'm sure and Michael Hastings contacted WikiLeaks lawyer Jennifer Robinson just a few hours before he died, saying the FBI was investigating him. Okay. And then, here's General Flynn when he was Obama's DIA regarding his WikiLeaks task force. Okay. People don't dig. All right. This is the WikiLeaks task force. This is all it. And I'm sure, General Flynn, didn't have anything to do with, car control, right? Statement by the driver. Interesting. Okay. And I'm sure Joe Flynn was like, oh my God, somebody died, right? No, he went after, what's his name? Hastings. There's Joe Flynn. Poor Jim. Still for Hastings. Cargo boom. So sad. I mean, what kind of sick people are we dealing with?
Read the whole thing. Many people's cargo boom. Hastings' car, one of many. I hate when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These people control the technology that can do this stuff.
Yep. And he was called the Pope as well. The Pope will be having a terrible May. And guess what time the article came out? May. Wow.
It did come out in May. And so I'm almost certain that a little bit of that had to do with McChrystal.
Yeah. So get that to Dilly.
Yeah, Dilly will be right on top of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he'll make sure that he won't mention Roger Stone anywhere.
No, he don't. He definitely is not going to mention Roger Stone or any of Roger Stone's stooges. I'm noticing, and I think that's why he's blocked us out, because he's got the Roger Stone. He's got the Roger Stone bug.
Yeah. Also, guys, come to find out, suspect Renee Good raised over $1.4 million. Shady.
This is disgusting.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So, what is wrong with all of this? There it is. Okay. So this leftist, they just smashed $1.4 million plus in donations for the family of Renee Good, shot by ICE after she accelerated her vehicle towards agents conducting a lawful deportation operation under President Trump's border security mandate. Meanwhile, American families devastated by crimes from illegal aliens scrape by with pennies. This is peak anti-America hypocrisy, funding resistance to the laws that protect our sovereignty while ignoring real victims. Secure the border, back our agents, guys. And, it also come to find out that this lady was a part of Minnesota ICE activities, Shady.
Yes. Wow. So I'm going to comment on that real quick for a moment to everybody out there, just to explain to you something very, very clearly. We do not adhere to an aristocracy in America. There is no king. There is no overlord. We have elections. People cycle in, people cycle out of every single office with power in our country. But there's one thing that doesn't go away. It's called that blue line, represented right here on my shirt. It's a thin blue line. And I'm going to tell you right now that everybody out there, I grew up in the mountains of North Carolina, where we called people the revenuers. People that would come in and try to take away what it was you were cooking in the woods, right? People, the lawmen. Okay. Yep. There was a contention there. None of the people that were in the woods cooking moonshine thought that they were, quote, able to kill the police if the police caught them. They were caught. They would go to jail. They would serve their time, and then they would go back to the woods. Okay. Yeah. That's the game that we're supposed to be playing with law enforcement, not this game. The game that these people are playing. If you encounter a person, this is a very easy way to discern this. If you encounter a person that you can clearly see is anti-law enforcement, at the core of that human being is an anti-American. a person who is weaponized already in their stature against the country in which they live. In other words, they hate America. Therefore, if you love America, they're going to immediately hate you. This is the metric that you can easily use to figure out where these people are at. Law enforcement is the bedrock of our society. We would not have a civilized society if not for law enforcement, everyone. This is not a joke. No, not every law enforcement officer is not corrupt. And yes, a lot of law enforcement officers are corrupt, and they should be dealt with as it's proven in court. But the cornerstone of your country is the obedience to law, and all of us agreeing that all of us are paying attention to the law. And if we're going against it, we know we're doing it, and we're going to pay the price for it if we get caught. That's the contract that people have with the state. And these people are doing something different, man.
Yeah.
And look at what he's getting ready to show you here with this outline of how they're doing it to ICE. I thought you were getting ready to jump in.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. But thanks,
that's where
you
you're
know what I'm doing. That's good. Real quick, can somebody help? Somebody's asking in the chat how to buy a red castle. I can't show you because I've already got one, apparently. What do you do? Can somebody help?
All right.
It's Veteran RN. She says, guys, how do I pay for my red castle? Yeti, isn't there a link that you can just drop?
There was
a chat?
Okay, a link.
Okay.
Maybe I thought there was a little red button below. There you go.
Okay. There it is right there on screen. Okay. Subscribe. There it is.
Thank you, Yeti.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. So this is the link tree for Minnesota Ice Watch. It's crazy. This is the donate to the support Renee Goods. This is the donate to whatever. But this is it, guys. And this is the ICE list. They dox people here. It's disgusting, guys. And ICE Watch, it's an autonomous collective. It's very interesting, guys. I went and looked at who did the website. It's a union for technologists in the charity realm, okay? And it's not funded by who people care. They're saying that CARE and somebody else funds it, Pasobic, but it's Arabelle Advisors, it's Soros, it's Hans-Jörg Wyss, it's all the people that we've been talking about for 5 years, 4 years. I don't know.
There's a bit of an insurrection mounting out there in your country, and it's coming from Oregon, Washington, California, Illinois, and New York. These people are, Jeff, like last night, I listened to the state House Majority Leader in Oregon, State House Majority Leader, and bro, I couldn't understand anything he said. He was talking in almost like a complete foreign language. You could barely even understand what the guy was saying. But the main thing that he was saying was how they're all planning on standing with the people in Minnesota. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's anti-ICE rhetoric. So effectively,
Philadelphia came out, said the same thing.
So effectively, right. This is the moment where they're going to attempt to levy National Guard troops of their state to get between themselves and federal law enforcement. That's what they think they're allowed to do. I don't know where the hell they come up with this stuff. This has been precedented law since the Civil War. So,
what's interesting is that Jesse Waters last night said that because we said that it's a civil war yesterday. Jesse even mentioned that yesterday. It's like, wow, Jesse, you have your guys watching our show?
Did he really say that? I didn't see a show last night. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's amazing.
I turned to my mom. I go, we said that.
We said exactly that because because there's no precedent for this going back to the Civil War. Everything about that Shady and Jeff have talked about federalism, anti-federalism has to do with the Civil War and the ruling that the federal government has certain things that they are in control of, and immigration is one of them.
That's right. So then we got Minneapolis ICE agitators admit to Laura Ingraham that they're paid. Listen.
Yep.
Shame!
Do you have a job? Do you have a job?
Shame! I'm getting paid right now! Shame! I'm getting paid right now!
Boom.
Shame!
She knew she got it. Good job.
She got it. That's why she asked her the question. It was a great question. And there was another lady that put out a thing yesterday, and she was saying, I quit my job to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So all these people are getting really good money to do this. And what JD said yesterday at the podium was that we've got a special counsel attorney general that's getting ready to investigate every one of you little idiots out there. So please go out and get in front of the TV more. We need to see you.
I also want to, this is also breaking news before we get into the Trump interview, to kind of talk a little bit about it. But this is the Supreme Court just deferred its ruling on President Trump's game-changing tariffs imposed under emergency powers to crush unfair trade, stop fentanyl flows, and protect American workers. Wow, we wouldn't want to do that, would we, Shady?
We would want to do that.
Oh, we would?
Yes, we would. We would like the Supreme Court to support that, actually.
Wow. So there's no decision today, which means Trump's bold America First trade policy stays in full force. The globalist challengers hoping to gut our economic sovereignty just got delayed again. This is actually a win for American manufacturing and border security. The court can take its time. The tariffs are working. Trump is fighting for us like no one else. And apparently they issued no opinion on the tariff cases today on January 9th, 2026. No opinion means no ruling, which means tariffs are in full effect.
Which means that the winning is going to continue like at a fever pitch. It's only just begun. Everything that's being touted to you right now, it's literally just getting started. Yeah. All the companies that we've invested in, Intel is already reporting like almost $10 billion that America has made. America has made $10 billion by having a stake in the company Intel already. This is the new world that we're moving to, a world where companies are appreciative of the privilege to do business in America. That's what it should be, because we have the greatest country in the world and we have the greatest consumer base in the world, and nobody else can even touch it. It's not even close.
That's right. That's right. All right, Shady. So let's get in here a little bit. This is Donald Trump. It was a good interview, but it got a little repetitive a little bit. But let's just watch the first few minutes of it, and then we'll discuss it, Shady.
It did that because of Hannity, by the way.
Hannity.
And Hannity can't get it through his thick head that the neocons are dead.
Also, Trump only thought it was going to be a 15-minute interview, but he got him for an hour.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Here we go.
Quite a bit of decorating since I've been here last.
Well, I have.
Great to see you, sir.
I didn't know it was a full hour. I thought it was going to be maybe 10 or 15 minutes. But you do that to me every once in a while.
I think I was pretty clear, but thank you for your time. We always appreciate it. There's really not much in the news, so there's not a real lot to talk about, but let's start with Venezuela. Narco-terrorist, indicted, guy that we're losing 200 Americans a day to drugs.
Yeah.
Walk us through this decision in Venezuela.
Well, it wasn't a hard decision. Democrats wanted him and Republicans wanted him, and nobody had what it takes to get him or didn't want to get him. I don't know, something happened, but he killed a lot of people. He sent a lot of bad people into our country. He emptied his prisons into the United States. He emptied his mental institutions and insane asylums into the United States, and did a lot of very bad things, but he was a big drug pusher. You see that because all the boats that we shot down, they came out of Venezuela. A lot of drugs. There's a lot of boats and a lot of drugs. There are very few boats operating right now. There's almost no boats. You can't find any boats.
I don't think anyone would go fishing in those
Not a lot of
waters.
people want to go fishing anymore. But we've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by water. And we are going to start now hitting land with regard to the cartels. The cartels are running Mexico. It's very, very sad to watch and see what's happened to that country. But the cartels are running, and they're killing 250, 300,000 people in our country every single year. The drugs, it's horrible. It's devastated families. You know, you lose a child or a parent. I mean, parents are dying too with drugs. So we've done a really good job. We're knocking it down. The numbers are really getting to be, they're always going to be too high if you have one person, but they're going down just like the border. The border was a total mess for years. I did it the first time very quickly, and this time I did it even better because this was a bigger mess. This was a border like no other probably in the history of the world. There's never been a border like that when anybody could just walk into your country.
The border's ostensibly really closed now.
Closed. They can't come in. And nobody comes. Nobody even tries. And the people in Texas, Arizona, all these places that are won by such big numbers, they are so happy with the border. They had homes that they weren't even able to live in their home. Every day people were knocking on their door, every hour. And it's it's just a great honor to be involved with it. The ICE and Border Patrol and all of the people have been so good. Tom Holm and Christy Nome. The people have done such an incredible job. You have no idea.
You've made a number of profound announcements and then a new announcement today. Announcement number one was 30 to 50 million barrels of oil that they will be handing over to you, and you will sell it on the market at market prices.
Yeah.
That money will be used for the people of Venezuela and the people of America.
Right.
Then you made an announcement yesterday that they will buy all of their goods from this country. Today, we learn that the holdovers, since Maduro's gone, have agreed to free all of the political prisoners.
Right.
It indicates they want peace with Donald Trump to me. How do
them
you
to
interpret
do
it?
that. Well, we asked them to do that, and they've been great. They really have been. I mean, everything we've wanted, they've given us. We went in, we took Maduro out. Amazingly, that nobody was killed. We didn't lose a soldier. We had some people wounded, but we didn't lose a soldier. A couple of very brave helicopter pilots were wounded pretty badly, but they're good. They're in good shape. And it was an amazing attack. The other side lost a lot of people, unfortunately. But, you know, this house was in the middle of a fort with thousands of people and soldiers and everything else. And we went right into the middle of a fort. Who would think you could do that and not lose anybody? But they had it planned so beautifully. General Raisin Kane and Pete Hegseth were fantastic. Marco's been doing a great job. Vice President, the whole group it's just a fantastic group.
But all the grifters say they're not a fantastic group. Isn't that interesting, guys?
Every single one of them say it. They say it about Bondi. They say it about Wiles. They say it about Cash Patel. Isn't it very interesting? And then, you know, they say that they're feckless, as a matter of fact. That's the word that they're using, and it's coming from Vandersteel. It's coming from Raiklan. They're calling the administration feckless.
Let's just call them the Black Pill Network now.
Well, that's what they are. They're actually excited about it. Shipwreck Crew from Badlands Media has gone full tard, and now she's telling you that being black-pilled is actually the way. The people that are black-pilled are the smartest among us, is what she told me the other day.
Yeah. You should deal with some of these black-pilled people.
I'm telling you, I've dealt with them for about 30 years now.
And they tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and that I'm in an echo chamber, and it's like weird.
Yeah, it's completely weird.
We're thinking for ourselves, Shady. We're thinking for ourselves.
They told us we weren't allowed to broadcast. They told us we weren't allowed to monetize our content. They told us that doing this was not was not for us. We should go away. That's what they said.
Yep. Wow. Oh my gosh. P. Wolfer. P. Wolf Jr. Wow. Look at that. $17 tethered to the gold. Appreciate you, man. Wow. Wow. Thank you. And
so means the gold goes up, like we actually make a little bit more on what's in there.
Exactly.
That's
you know,
so
and
cool.
that's a good time right now, real quick, to do this. This is the Rumble wallet, guys. I'm really excited about this because not knowing much about crypto and all this other stuff this makes it a lot easier for you. Right now it's, you know, because they can cancel your accounts, freeze your cards, decide what you're allowed to buy, say, or support. Big banks and financial institutions have total control, and they use it. That's why financial independence it matters now more than ever, guys. Introducing the Rumble Wallet, a wallet built for real freedom. With Rumble Wallet, you can control your money. Not a bank, not a government, not a tech company. Buy digital assets like Tether Gold, Bitcoin in one secure place. No permission, no middlemen, no cancel button. And when you want to support your creators you actually believe in, right? You can use the Rumble Wallet app to directly tip content creators securely, instantly, and without interference. This isn't a credit line that they can shut off. It's your wallet permanently. Protect your family. Protect your future. When the system fails, when institutions turn on their own people, financial sovereignty is the difference between security and vulnerability. Rumble Wallet isn't about politics. It's about freedom, ownership, and protecting what's yours. So take control today. Download Rumble Wallet now and step away from the big banks for good. True ownership, true protection, and true financial freedom.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go back to President Donald J. Trump.
And let me read this real quick. Being black-pilled makes you harder to control. It's not nihilism. It's clarity and focus. That's why they brought Bongino back, to wage war on black-pilling.
That's why.
There you go, guys. Go consume that content.
How about fake MAGA we're waging war on?
Yeah, baby.
Black pillars equal fake MAGA. Black pillars equal people that need a lot of help. You look, I am not blindly supporting anyone. I am looking at what is happening with the results, Shady. In fact, talking to somebody yesterday, and she's like, oh my God, that person did, run over. I saw the angle. And she's a Democrat, but she's against what happened. She was pro-ICE, guys.
Yes.
She doesn't want illegal aliens in her country.
ICE is a 70-30, 80-20 issue. There is no contention. That ICE agents enforcing immigration law is not a 50-50 issue in America, even in the realm of the fake media.
Yeah. Rumble wallet donation, Rev Rob, to the gold tether, $17. Thank you, Rev Rob. Wow. Baja Gurgo says, but did she really die? Yeah, I mean, maybe Charlie Kirk is there, and that was. These people are going to be insane. That was a funny comment, Baja Girl, really on YouTube.
I saw the graphic of them dragging her limp body out of the car. She died.
Sailor Moon Ape says they all sound like sloppy Steve Bannon. Yes, they do. They are.
Isn't that interesting?
So Baja Girl says, my friend thinks that Flynn is a good guy and paying $500 to see him in Dallas in March. So ask your friend, Baja, how much money that he's raised and what did he get done? Did he ever get anything done?
No. And he's raised almost $100 million. He's raised almost $100 million. Yeah. The only thing he does is pay his digital creators to come out and attack Donald Trump and to attack people that are supporting Donald Trump and act like they're the black pillars. The black pillars are the Alex Jones Flynn Network. Owen Schroyer, Alex Jones, all these people are saying MAGA is dead. They've already said it. Ivan Ranklin, Ann Vandersteel, they literally already typed it into the internet that MAGA is dead. So you're not going to gaslight me and act like, that Flynn is not part of that. I mean, he is part of that.
He is part of that. And it's probably more than 100 million, I guarantee.
I guarantee it's more than 100 million, but we know for sure it's that.
Yep. All right, here we go. This is for all you got to do is buy USDT or XAUT with your credit card or Apple Pay on that app. It says Faithful MAGA Sentinel. It's pretty easy, isn't it, guys? Wow. Ooh. All right, here we go. This is President Trump again on Hannity.
Let's talk a little bit about you make these decisions. I don't care if it's this case, Operation.
Happy birthday, M. Bettis.
He seems annoyed with him, doesn't he?
You're in the White House in the Situation Room. You're watching this unfold in real time. In this case, you have operationally the same thing, a Situation Room down in Palm Beach at Mar-a-Lago. You make that ultimate call. You are the commander-in-chief.
Right.
You're watching it unfold in real time. What is that like?
Well, I've done it now quite a bit. We took out Soleimani, which was a big deal. I mean, a very big deal. Middle East. It was very bad to people. It killed a lot of people. Everybody you see, just about 95% of the people you see walking around without legs or without arms, that was the roadside bomb. That was his baby. He loved it. We took him out. We took out al-Baghdadi. He's the founder of ISIS. We did Midnight Hammer, which was obliterate the Iran nuclear threat. And it was a total obliteration, as they found out, the B-2 bombers and the best pilots anywhere in the world. They did that at night with no moon, totally dark, and every bomb went right down an air shaft deep into a granite mountain. It was amazing. And we did this, and there's similar in a way. I don't know, this seems to have gotten the imagination, maybe even more than the other ones, but I think they're very equal in many ways. But I don't know, maybe taking out the nuclear threat from Iran is very important. But in terms of captivating attention, this seems to be something that is beyond anything that anybody's seen.
Especially the operational details.
Well, the bravery involved, to have people going into an army fort with, thousands of soldiers, land a helicopter right in the middle of it, break down a steel door, because, it was a fortified house, break down a steel door, run through the hallway shooting, and come out 10 minutes later with a guy who wasn't quite able to get into his safe house. There's a safe.
I heard they got to him within 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes.
It was so fast. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And but the safe house wasn't safe because they had blowtorches that go through steel like it's butter. They didn't have to use them. But we have, these are great people. These are really brave people. Even coming down those ropes, you know, they're coming down ropes off the helicopter and they run them. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I could do that. I'm gonna have to give it a try sometime. But they do it like it's a stairway, like it's a beautiful stairway. And they're on the ground instantly and they're ready for action. These are brave people. We have the greatest soldiers in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world. Nobody can match us.
You know, a lot.
You know, I rebuilt the entire military during my first term.
Good thing you
Biden
did.
gave some of it away, a lot of it, but not a lot relative to what I bought. But he gave a big chunk to Afghanistan, which was just insane. That was one of the most embarrassing moments in the history of our country. This was the opposite. This was a total, you know, if you think about Jimmy Carter with the hostages, or you think about the Afghanistan disaster that we had not so long ago with Biden, where it was just mass confusion and the death of 13 great soldiers who I got to know. I got to know the families very well. Great people, but also, and nobody talks about them, 48 people so badly injured and hundreds of people dead. Hundreds of people, you know, when those bombs blew off, because I count the other side, but there were hundreds of people killed, all because of an incompetent group of politicians and generals and people that shouldn't be there.
Let's talk a little bit, maybe an underreported story, but we know for a fact that both the Russians and the Chinese provided missile and ballistic missile systems. They did it to both. They helped Iran and they helped Venezuela. But you were able to dismantle that. You talk a lot about American military superiority. And then that goes into the issue that you raised this week of raising the budget for 2027 from $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion.
We need it. You know, when you look at the threat out there, we have the best equipment in the world. We make the best equipment in the world. Mm-hmm. We make just, you know, there's nothing even close. But we need it because there are some real threats out there.
Yeah, well, I think we certainly do. Let me ask you about this. And I think this is important. With every military operation comes risk, and you have to obviously weigh that risk. And I think Americans would want to know what goes into your thinking, because there's...
Yeah, I mean, did you guys pick up on that? And generals and people who shouldn't be in there. Very interesting how that is, huh? Yeah, interesting. I wonder, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, very interesting.
Interesting.
Whole new military...
But we need Trump to say it directly, don't we? But he's considered all these other little things, many.
We can take the inference once in a while.
Yeah.
Come on.
I call it the Trump doctrine. I think it's widely misunderstood. No forever wars. However, that doesn't mean you don't use the might and power of the U.S. military. You mentioned Baghdadi, Soleimani. I'll add the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan, right. The ISIS caliphate, and then taking out Iran's nuclear weapon sites. And now our hemisphere. Right. Are you calling it the Monroe Doctrine?
Well, they call it the Monroe. I didn't call it that, but they're calling it, it's the Monroe Doctrine. Now they call it the Monroe, which is basically safety for this part of the world. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. We don't want drugs pouring into our country. We don't want bad people coming into our country like happened for 4 years under Biden, who was a disgrace, worst president in the history of our country. Horrible. We had some other bad ones. Let me tell you, Obama was a terrible president. The divisiveness and the hatred it was caused, and many of the people allowed into the country. But what Biden did was a step beyond anything that anybody's ever done, where you had millions of people pouring through the border. Now we have nobody coming in unless they come in legally.
Let's talk about, you said for the interim, you will be in charge. Okay. Obviously, the remaining leadership underneath Maduro, they've made, I mentioned earlier, 3 major concessions, 30 to 50 million barrels of oil. They're going to buy and purchase all their goods from America. Now they're releasing political prisoners.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your ultimate goal for the governance of Venezuela?
Prisoners that nobody thought they would ever see again are being released, yeah. And in many cases, good people is what I understand. But prisoners, nobody ever thought they'd be released. So we're going to be working with them, and leadership of the country. And so far, we've been working very well. You know, we picked up the Russian freighter that trudged out there.
I want to ask you about that.
Well, they had some Russian ships guarding it, and they decided not to mess around with us. And we took that one. That's unloading the oil. We're taking billions and billions of dollars worth of oil, and it'll be hundreds of billions of dollars. It'll be trillions of dollars, but we're going to be there till we straighten out the country. We'll see how the country's doing, but we'll be running the oil. We're meeting tomorrow with all of the big oil executives. We're going to be right here in the White House. We're going to meet with the, biggest oil people in the world. They're all coming here. The top 14 companies are coming here. They're going to go in.
And that's happening today.
The whole oil infrastructure. They're going to spend at least $100 billion. And it's an unbelievable oil that they have and an unbelievable quality of oil and amount of oil.
When they nationalized the oil industry in Venezuela, going back to the 1920s, American companies had invested billions.
We built it.
All of it.
And then it was taken away from us.
Stolen.
It was stolen from us. And it was taken away years ago over a period of time, but it was taken away in the early 2000s, even beyond that, but the early 2000s, and I just took it back.
I can't imagine them being able to, they have the largest oil reserves in the world. I can't imagine without American investment, ingenuity, engineering, and our assistance that they would ever be able to tap into the vast resources that they have. Again, the largest in the entire world. So that will be a big part of it. What does that mean in terms of America's new partnership with Venezuela?
Well, it means lower oil prices all over the world, which is great for everybody. It means lower oil prices for America, which I have it down. Don't forget, I inherited a mess. They talk about affordability. There was no affordability under.
All right, so we're going to leave it here, Shady Group, because we've got to get going out of this hour. Do not miss the second hour. If you just recently, within the last 30 days, got a Red Castle, you probably will be able to watch the show. We're going Rumble Premium. We're going to be talking about the Bloodlines. You're not going to want to miss it, but I am going to go out with a song because the U.S. Department of Labor posted another Q phrase with 35 drops, and I wrote a little song about it, Shady.
Thank you guys all very, very much for supporting us here at the MG Show. We're getting ready to go to our Rumble content. We do the second hour of the show each Friday on Rumble. Thank you so very much to each and every one of you. Have a great weekend if you're not here, and we'll see you on Monday.
And Yeti, as soon as this song ends, go ahead and go to Rumble Premium. God bless you all.
Rising, logic takes its toll. Emotions weaponized, plants inserted deep. Logic exposes truth, no secrets left to keep. The snowball's rolling, no stopping it now. D5 avalanche coming here, the thunder somehow. Trust the plan. Trust the plan. The information coming will intensify resolve. Pure evil exposed, watch the corrupt dissolve. Hussein's abuse of power, domestic and foreign hands. The Great Awakening spreading across the lands. Conspiracy no more. Trust the plan. Stay the course and trust the plan. Trust the plan.
The swamp is being drained, resignations flow. Insurance policy exposed, their panic starts to show. They never thought she would lose, careless blind, no such agency watching, nothing left behind. April showers bring the pain, Iron Eagle soaring, breaking every chain. Shout out MG, show Matrix and Shady Crew, dropping red pills daily, waking me and you. MG music on the beat, anthems firing loud, Patriots locked and loaded, standing tall and proud.
You cannot imagine the size of this. More good than bad, the world is with us. We are not alone, connected in the fight. Patriots unite, we own the night. Future proofs past, history books will show. The message is ready now, the whole world knows. Trust the play, stay the course and trust the play. We are winning, big arrests will come. God and country, the battle's won. Every single day they fall literally. For God and country, victory. Trust the plan. Where we go one, we go all. Godspeed, Patriots.
www.mg.show. Boom.
The MG Show. Not funded by dark money, but funded by listeners like you.